biological evolution. Consider insulin, one such meme, now some 80 years old.
Before insulin, diabetics weren't expected to live. It was really considered a fatal disease. I would probably not be here without insulin. It's just been it's allowed me personally as a diabetic to live.
14-year-old Jared is on a week-long hike with others who share his disease, juvenile diabetes. An outing like this may not appear revolutionary, but it is. With exercise, a diabetic's blood sugar balance can plummet dangerously.
231. Normally that's pretty high, but on the trail we try to keep our blood sugars up just in case we go low, and we just want to make sure that we've got plenty of sugar in there since we're doing so much exercise.
Jared has his condition under control, thanks to a device that supplies him with insulin the instant it's required. This may seem mundane today, but before the 1920s, individuals like Jared would have died as children, never to reach the age of reproduction, never to pass on their genes. Now, young diabetics are no longer condemned to death. Insulin, an idea that became a cure, is just one more meme that helps modern humans elude the forces of evolution. Like so many other scientific breakthroughs, it provides us with new ways to survive.
A lot of the creations of the brain can make up for physical deficiencies and could actually change the course of evolution. Thousands of years ago, someone who was severely nearsighted probably wouldn't have had many descendants. He would have been eaten or fallen off a cliff a long time ago. But we invented eyeglasses, and now being nearsighted has no disadvantage at all. There's some people who might say, well, isn't this interfering with evolution? Wouldn't we be better off letting the diabetics and the nearsighted die an early death to improve the physical vigor of the species? That really goes against the way human evolution works, which is that for tens of thousands of years, we've depend for our survival on our own inventions, on our own creation, and this is simply extending that process.
Our revolt against biological evolution has taken many forms. Call it culture, call it memes, call it mimetic evolution. Whatever. It makes every one of us this planet's best survivor. So far.
Nowadays, I would say that mimetic evolution is going faster and faster, and it is almost entirely taken over from biological evolution. Not entirely, in the sense that the two are going along hand in hand. For example, birth control, the memes of the pill and condoms and all these things have effects on the genes. In fact, they change quite dramatically across the planet which genes are getting passed on and which aren't. The more educated you are, the less children you have. That is memes fighting against genes. What's also going on now at the beginning of the 21st century is that the memes have suddenly made themselves a new home. The internet. We thought we created the internet for our own benefit. In fact, if you look in any office and you see people sitting there, slaves of the memes, oh, hello, yeah, fax coming in, yes, oh, email, it's going so fast. I would say what's happened here is the inevitable consequences of the mimetic evolutionary process. The memes are getting better and faster and more and creating as they go better copying apparatus for their own copying. I don't know where that leaves us in the future.
For our species, as for all others, biological evolution has been the primary engine of change. But since the birth of culture some 50,000 years ago, forces far more powerful have overtaken human evolution. The mind's Big Bang was the birth of a new kind of change, not of the body, but of ideas. For the future of humankind, evolution may be no more than what we make of it.